Apparently, Benny Johnson says Kamala Harris pulls an Elizabeth Warren and attempts to relate to the ordinary people, American people, by drinking beer. So I heard about this a couple days ago. It's a little bit old now, but I mean, I wanted to save this react for the end of the week here. I think we'll start doing that. Just going over all of the stuff because it just seems to be so much going on. And I can't do all these streams like Steve Ram. Shout out to Steve Ram, and NY Prepper and a bunch of other folks that do. And Marfugal News, they do like daily streams about this stuff. It's so hard for me to do it. But anyway, without further ado, let's go see what everyone's talking about. Hearing she's getting a lot of backlash.
Somebody they can have a beer with.
Uh-huh.
So would you like to have a beer with me so I can tell people what that's like? Okay. This was, now we asked ahead of time because I can't just be giving a drink to the Vice President of the United States without asking. You asked for Miller High Life. You wrote Miller High Life. I'm just curious.
Okay, the last time I had beer was at a baseball game with Doug.
Okay, so cheers. There
cheers.
You there you go. Ooh. That tastes like the beautiful city of Milwaukee,
the
Wisconsin.
Champagne and beers.
There you go. So one of the old saws is they just want somebody they.
What is up with this lady, man? Yo, it's so funny. Like, hey, yo, like that's what I'm saying. I didn't see this though. I waited for this part. I waited to do this on stream. This specific one. Oh my god, this lady laugh is so funny. Oh my god, dude, I cannot hold my bearing with this lady's laugh. It is so funny. It's so funny. It is so funny. She said, yeah, it's so funny. That's immediate. Oh my god. So the second part is they're cracking beer on national TV on like his new show. Shout out to Stephen Colbert. I used to watch Stephen Colbert. Him and Jon Stewart and like a bunch of other people, David Letterman and a bunch of other folks. Regardless, I don't know. Did like any of those folks pull up a beer and just drink it with? That's very questionable. I'd have to look that up. I'll have to look that up for sure. The whole point of this is, come on, man. Like, it's just so random. So this is how you want to relate to people after, I mean, who's like doing the PR for this lady? They're like, yeah, send it. Stephen Colbert, you, Kamala Harris, live national television, beer. What kind of beer? Can we do wine? No, not wine. Wine? How about Miller High Life? Hey, yo. How many beers, how many different alcohols did they go through to get to Miller High Life? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, was that the first thing that came to mind? Miller High Life, Kamala Harris, Stephen Colbert. Boom. Making a show. Send it. Send it. Oh, okay. I mean, not what I would go for while people's lives have been lost in Hurricane Helene and all these people misplaced and houses destroyed and the people in Florida dealing with the aftermath of both Helene and Milton. Is just very unfortunate. Shout out to the folks in North Carolina and Tennessee, in Georgia, in North and South Carolina. It's a very unfortunate tragedy that has been bestowed upon us here. And the response from Kamala Harris has been very lackluster, and there's been a whole thing. It's been very politicized, but I mean, this is the last thing, is what I'm saying. I'm just gonna wrap this up here. This is not what I'm thinking, like, good PR for someone that's running for the president. I mean, but hey, the good, like, American blue collar people who are out there doing all kinds of jobs, farming, truck driving, all kinds of stuff, just normal people, normal, ordinary people that make America run, they drink beer. I would love to hear the demographic, the whole statistics of a breakdown of how many of those people drink beer, so on and so forth, and how many of them drink Miller High Life. But this is the last thing. And then, like, I would want to be doing right now. And then this whole tweet with her about giving the folks in Lebanon all this money when the folks at FEMA, I mean, that's a whole other thing. Like, I unfortunately did not do a lot of coverage on that because there's so many other great people, to be real, had brought a lot of great coverage on that. But the whole point of this is just not it. This is not it. I don't think that the American voters, the American people, are looking for someone to be doing this at this time. I don't think that this is like a forum of leadership. But hey, what do I know, right? You know, this is some good marketing ploy. This whole, budget set up for all this. I'm sure this whole analytics that people looked into to say, hey, let's have these people do it. Just like I said, all these three things, boom, 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 boom. You put it together, someone watches it. There's people going to be talking about it. I'm going to be talking about it. It's going to get out there. It's going to cause a buzz, but I mean, it's not what I'm looking for. Let me know what you folks think about Kamala Harris and Stephen Colbert drinking a Miller High Life.